Hello, Leon. Welcome to the Baer Show.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to the Baer Show. We about to shoot the with an arrow. Got a lot of guests and I got a lot of questions. About to figure out every one of life's lessons.
The BS. Dude.
Roar, dude, the BS.
And a little poop noise comes out right there.
The king of the BS.
That's
This
right.
guy's so full of shit. His eyes are brown.
Ah, come on,
Welcome
dude.
to the Baer Show.
You're from Kentucky, correct?
Correct.
What is the most Kentucky thing about you?
Most Kentucky thing about me? My skin's chicken skin. I don't know. I have the word Kentucky tattooed on my body. Kentucky Magic.
Can we see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Look at that.
Yeah, so that's pretty Kentucky of me.
What does that mean?
Kentucky's a magical state. It's my favorite.
Oh, how'd you get that?
Thank you. What was it? A little black fuzz?
Yeah.
Or am I bleeding?
Oh, wait. No, there it is. There you go.
Is it gone?
It's gone. It's gone.
You scratching me? Kentucky's a magical place. There's a lot of juju going on down in Kentucky.
Yeah?
A lot of electromagnetic energy coming out of the central part of the state.
Really?
Even more than Sedona, California. It's like the most electromagnetic spot in the entire North American continent.
Well, what sort of implications does that have?
Okay, so electromagnetic energy is like, equated to like just hippie woo-woo shit. Fucking crystals and UFO sightings and weird cryptid sightings and just like weird little time slips. And, people go out to Sedona and like do drugs and meditate and stuff. And everybody knows about Sedona, but Sedona pales in comparison to the Pennyroyal region of Kentucky.
Okay, well,
The electromagnetic pull is so strong from central Kentucky that the Van Allen belt on the edge of our solar system is magnetically pulled towards it. So the answer to your question is the most Kentucky thing about me is that I think Kentucky is the center of the world. That's the most Kentucky thing about me.
who are the little gray men? Can you tell me about the little gray men?
Well, yeah, that's the little green man, dude.
Little green man.
Kentucky Magic above it because that's the Hopkinsville Goblin.
The Hopkinsville
That's the name.
Goblin?
That's like the name of the story or whatever. But it happened in like the early 1950s in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, at I believe it was the Sherman Farm, and there was just like a huge sighting. 11 to 15 people got in like a firefight with these things. It's the only time that a UFO sighting had the CIA and the FBI came to check it out. And there were like, 3-toed footprints and all this crazy stuff. And then they retreated into the caves of Kentucky, the Mammoth Cave, the biggest cave system in the world. And so these little guys, this picture right there is just like from the newspaper. And then that picture is the origin of the phrase little green men. It's like where that vernacular came from. And then they're just like stories with these like things that kind of match this. Some cultures call them fairies. Some of them, they're like aliens. Some, it's whatever. Fae. There's a bunch of different little, there's a lot of lore about these little pesky guys.
Do you believe?
Yeah. I believe that there's got to be more. I don't know anything definitively, which means that I like believe in everything.
Do you believe the election was stolen?
Probably.
That's a clip, dude.
Yeah, clip. Probably. That's also the most Kentucky thing about it. That was the weird thing about the insurrection is like right idea, wrong people. Bad
Yeah.
execution.
Especially the one cop.
That one cop who was shot and killed.
Yes. Bad execution.
Yeah. That was a bad execution.
Nice,
Clip
dude.
it.
What is your mom's connection to Cocaine Bear?
Oh, my mom's connection to Cocaine Bear. She was in the book, The Bluegrass Conspiracy. She's one of like the unnamed youths who would hang out with the company who was selling all the cocaine. One of the houses that all of the cocaine was like going in and out of, and like a lot of the business was done there, was on this street called Old Dobbin Road in Lexington. That's where my mom grew up, and Molly was a wild one. And she just, gravitated towards that kind of shit. She was pretty. rest is history. She got out.
Can you give more background on the actual cocaine bear story? Do you
Yeah.
have any?
Yeah, so there was this company of dudes out of Lexington, Kentucky, who were supplying most of the country with cocaine, for most of the region with cocaine for like 10, 15 years.
So they're good people.
Good folks. Good folks. Trying to make a hard, an honest living. So they would take off from Kentucky, stop like in Florida, refuel, go down to Columbia, pack their shit up with cocaine, cash, fly it back. Stop, fly back, just land in Kentucky. And the last time that they did it, what ended up going wrong, getting them caught, and getting Cocaine Bear, the story that happened.
So they dumped.
A guy was flying back, and they had overloaded it with coke and $100 bills. So he strapped something like $1.3 million cash onto him and several keys of coke to his body, put a parachute on, jumped out of an airplane, leaving it to just crash in the woods. He was riding it, he just jumped out of an airplane, then an airplane crashed into the hills of Tennessee. And
can you imagine pulling up to a party
like
that?
He's like, hey, sorry, what's up? Does anybody need $1 million?
And a bunch of coke.
The airplane crashes in the background, and you're just walking.
Dude, this guy's awesome, bro. That's almost as cool as bringing a Taco 12-pack to a
Hell
party,
yeah, dude. It's even better than the Taco 12-pack. But he just jumped out of an airplane, parachute didn't deploy, and then he just a f***ing party comet of money and coke just put a crater in the ground, died. Money
Damn,
all
dude.
over the place. Some old dude walks out in his front yard. He's like, what the hell? So between the plane crash and this guy falling through the air, there ended up being several just, from the movies, the big bricks of coke. Those were out in the woods. And some cool ass bear got
cool
into
gay
it.
Guy.
Yeah. Big old thick gay man.
Yeah.
Hairy boy. I know a couple cocaine bears.
You ever been to West Hollywood? Yeah, dude. Okay, well, speaking of your mom, what was your mom's relationship with Ernest?
Dated. They were in love. Some people would say that she was his muse.
Really?
No, I mean,
Did she say that?
Yeah, it was her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed a muse to play a retarded adult really well, and it was my mom.
Inspiring.
No, but my mom dated Ernest, Jim Varney. He lived in Lexington, Kentucky, and they dated for a long time. I got a joke about it, but here's the nitty gritty for the Bear Show. Here's the bull. There was a age discrepancy. He was older.
Of legal proportions?
It was legal, but it was
okay.
30 and 19, 20. Something like that.
Good for your mom.
Yeah, good for your mom, I guess.
What is your stance on incest?
Incest? I think incest, overrated. I think it's got too good of a name. No, I don't know. Incest is an interesting one. I mean, you can just see somebody and be like, somewhere in their family tree, there's a tree house and relatives inside of it. It's gross and taboo, and that's why I like to talk about it on stage.
Yeah.
Because it's funny. It's funny. My family's pretty hot.
Yeah?
Top to bottom.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's some thick
Which is
girls.
weird for an incestual family.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
No, I've never committed incest, but when people do, thanks, man.
What was the highlight of your illustrious baseball career?
Highlight of my baseball career? Damn, cool question. Last game of junior year, I fought the entire Dunbar baseball team. Top of the 6th inning, we were up 1-0. We were at their field, so it was packed. A couple thousand people there. They were all fucking rednecks. So they had 40 people on their bench, and they were just jawing and being shitty the whole time. And so was I. I talked so much shit. I was a catcher.
Oh, yeah.
So I just got a direct feed to every player. Yeah, dude, I was the great Hambino.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's good.
Is that your sister out in left field?
Nice.
Naked? You play ball like a girl. They hit a grand slam, and all 40 of their players came out on the field. And when someone hits a home run, catcher's supposed to walk out to the mound or walk to the backstop, and I just stood on the plate. and they were like all surrounding me and like pushing me, and like it was like really, really intense. And I was just sitting there taking it, and I had my mask off, and then this guy, Chad Kruger, he was so close to me, like talking shit. He's like, "F you, motherfucker," and just screaming. And he got so close to me that his upper teeth hit my cheek. And when that happened, I just put my helmet on and just started. And just like I was wearing full catcher's gear and just like tried to fight like 40 men in front of like the whole town, and it was so sick. Dunbar.
That's my takeaway.
Also, all the home runs I hit, but
nice.
Not many.
You put some out though.
Yeah, like 75.
Would you take 3 years off your life if it meant the Reds winning the World Series this year?
Ooh, do I know how long I live to? Or is it just a 3 year off the top of something?
Yeah. Whenever you're going to die, minus 3 years.
Okay. Whenever I'm going to die, unknown number, minus 3 years for the Reds to win this upcoming season?
Just
once.
Just once.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I would, man. What are the last 3 years anyway? And you wouldn't know. You would just die, and you wouldn't be like, "No, I should have been 86."
Dude, what if you agree to it and then you just die?
Yeah, the genie who gives it to you just goes.
Highlight from your stand-up career thus far.
I got to open for Brian Regan in a theater in Ashland, Kentucky. My father's from Ashland, and I still got a bunch of family that live in Ashland, and it's like a little small town. Brian was like the man.
Oh, yeah.
And he like brought the whole family backstage and like talked to my fucking aunts. That was a big win.
What is grounding, and does it help your performance?
Fuck yeah, dude. Nice question. I love it. How I ground myself is when I go to a new city to do comedy, find a park, find some grass, take your shoes and socks off, and just stand on the ground and just kind of like consciously think about, because, you know, there's electrical currents going through the earth. There's electrical currents.
Shout out Kentucky.
Shout out KY.
Yeah.
And there's electrical currents, as we know, going through our body. That's why when our heart stops, we get hit with the paddles. They shock us.
Shout out DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, shout out Demi Hams. And shout out the ham bone. Yeah. And shout out his clone. And shout out to Mar Hamlin's clone. And but grounding is like a good way to get. Oh man, the vax killed DeMar Hamlin. But yeah, grounding. You go and you stand on earth, unfettered by cloth, and you just, I don't know, you kind of focus on that, and I like it. It just makes me connect to a city a little bit, kind of calms you down. I like being barefoot too. That's another Kentucky thing about me. I can walk across any surface barefoot.
What is the biggest threat to our democracy?
Just the constant greed for more, I guess.
Maybe try leading with love and not greed.
Yeah, consider leading with love.
I'm an empath.
Yeah.
What is your stance on the United States' foreign aid towards Ukraine?
Cut it off 100%. Literally. To Ukraine?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. I mean, what, we're going to step in and just, I don't know, help facilitate World War III, dude?
It's good for the arms industry.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, no shit. It's the military industrial complex or whatever it is.
Yeah, this is probably not going to make the
No,
final
I
cut,
know.
but-
Well, I mean, it's, yeah.
But I
You can
wrote
put it
them
out. You
down.
can put it out there that Ukraine should not get our money.
Okay. What does being an American mean to you?
Being American, to me, means that I got born into a country that is wonderful to live in, and I'm thankful for it. And being an American means that, like, we're free enough to educate ourselves on what the wrongdoings that America has done. It's about living on the continent with like the most diverse ecosystem out of all the 7 continents. We've got rainforests and deserts and 4 different mountain ranges and one of the biggest rivers in the world and coasts. We've got so many miles of coastline, and it's America the beautiful, baby. I love this country, dude. It rocks to be here. Good luck being a stand-up comedian in Syria.
Last question.
Lay it on me.
We're at Leon Kimbrell's funeral.
Ooh.
The casket is being lowered 6 feet deep. What song is playing?
Collectively, the entire funeral of 5,000 people lower me into the ground singing everybody
Yeah.
rock your body
Yeah.
everybody rock your body right. And then I bust out of the coffin. Backstreet's back. All right. Down. Yeah, dude.
And then your parents are still alive.
Yeah.
It's 3 years from now. And they're fucking grinding on each other. Dude, it's awesome, dude. Yeah. Full circle complete. All right, see it, bro.
Peace.
God bless.
Bye. Praise Jah.